The FBI called him the Gentleman Bandit, and the name stuck because it captured something true and deeply strange about who this man was. Agents who spent years on his case said they'd never built a file quite like his. No violence, no weapons, no traumatized hostages, just a calm, well-dressed man and a handwritten note that always, without fail, ended with some version of the same word: thank you. He robbed 50 banks and thanked every single one of them for it. His name was William Kirkpatrick Jr. He grew up in North Carolina, worked in sales, knew how to talk to people, how to make them comfortable, how to smile at the right moment. On paper, he looked like someone's regional manager, someone's dad, someone completely, utterly unremarkable. And that was the whole point. Because what investigators slowly pieced together wasn't the story of a hardened criminal. It was the story of a man being swallowed by debt, by pressure, by the slow, silent collapse of a life that had quietly stopped working. The kind of drowning that doesn't look like drowning from the outside, because the man is still smiling, still showing up, still thanking people as he walks out the door. He wasn't building an empire, he was paying bills. 50 banks, and the FBI estimates he collected somewhere between $100,000 and $200,000 total. Do the math. That's $3,000 or $4,000 a robbery. That's not greed, that's survival. Here's what most people don't know about bank robbery. The banks are trained not to fight back. The money is insured. No amount of cash is worth escalating a situation that doesn't have to be dangerous. So when a calm man in a clean suit slides you a polite note and waits quietly, you comply, you hand it over, and he walks out. Kirkpatrick understood this better than almost anyone. He never escalated, never got reckless. While most serial bank robbers grow bolder, sloppier, more desperate, he stayed level, controlled, consistent. One teller, years later, said the thing she remembered most was that he looked at her like a person, not like an obstacle, not like a problem to be managed. He looked at her like a person in the middle of robbing her. When they finally caught him, there was no dramatic takedown, no chase through city streets, just surveillance footage, cross-referenced across states, and the slow, methodical patience of investigators who'd been watching the pattern long enough to predict the next move. He was arrested quietly. Of course he was. In custody, by most accounts, there was something almost like relief in him, the posture of a man who had been holding his breath for years and finally, with nowhere left to go, just let it go. He pled guilty. He was sentenced to federal prison, and somewhere in that courtroom, the Gentleman Bandit folded his hands, and it was over. But here's what stays with me. Those tellers, many of them young, many of them in their first real job, they carried that moment home with them. The tremble in their hands, the way they checked the door for weeks afterward. You don't slide someone a robbery note, however politely worded, without leaving something behind. Courtesy doesn't cancel consequence. And yet, there's something about this story that refuses to sit still. A man who added thank you to a crime, who stayed gentle in moments designed for violence, who seemed in his own strange way to be trying to cause the least possible damage while doing something undeniably damaging. That's not heroism, that's not redemption, but it is deeply, uncomfortably human. Because desperation doesn't always look like rage. Sometimes it looks like a pressed suit and a polite note, and a man who just keeps walking calmly out the front door until the day he can't anymore. He said thank you every single time, as if manners were the last thread connecting him to the person he used to be.